Route Zero. I believe we've reached the new church or the old storage place for the Bureau of Reclamation of location or land reclamation or something like that. And I think we're listening to these lights buzz. That is indeed what it is. Made me look at all my lights. I'm like, which one of you is buzzing because of your new position? Alright. Shannon, what's up? Is that over there? Is that it over there? I don't see any congregation. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. We did not find the doctor. They told us where to go find a doctor. I did not figure out where it was. Oh, hey there. Here for the night mass. I don't know how I channeled a little bit of Lyle there again, but it's fine. What kind of mass is it? Oh, tonight's a homely one on work and need. Oh, I haven't heard this one before. He's like, where's the congregation? Well, I guess it must look pretty strange, a church without a congregation. But when they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had mass every night, 2 on Sundays. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart. They lost their center of gravity and started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Same with the organist. I found some old acetates in the bureau archives, photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to, right? Well, right now we have to find some bureau documents. Oh, right, you're from the bureau. I moved all those documents. He's getting more and more Canadian as we go to unit C315 to make room for the mass. Down at the other end of the building. Same floor. I need to get to the night mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I better get this running. Brendan presses play on his old tape machine. Conway listens to the homily. Is your whole family Catholic? Oh no, we're not religious. I just watched and listened while the congregation did all the stuff, and I probably don't understand as much of it as you might think. Anyways, I know how to run the overhead projector and the tape player. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? Listen to the homily? No. Do you like working here? It's okay, I don't really know what else I would do. I used to play a lot of card games, you know. In high school, some of my friends just went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years, you will be hanging out in bars, playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in the bar, because it looks like gambling. I never considered that, and I also never thought to be like, hey, no, you don't. I have played cards on patios in bars before. Bar patios. Ain't no one stopped us, so hey, whatever. Like it's killing me. Oh, I bet everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Yeah, I get it, it's too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well, so he got pretty depressed and eventually he just sort of... Well, I guess don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? So, this is like a hobby? If you asked me what hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow, and I play the tapes, and I don't get paid for it. I don't know where this man's accent is going, but it's going. Nobody telling me what I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Alright, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in. I don't remember them anyways. Alright, got it. Got what? What? I found what we came here. Get the file and the street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out. Then maybe we should go see the doctor that clerk recommended. Wait, is this whole act just us chatting with the janitor? I mean, getting here was kind of a pain. Oh. The Bureau of Land Reclamation jacked this this congregation's church. Shannon, Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg's stuck. Shit, okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We gotta get you out of here. There you go. You hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? All messed up. Here, let's get you on the tram. Why are we replaying this section? Is this a catch-up in case we forgot what happened to his leg? Because this game was released in acts, right? And we're on Act 2. We're early into Act 2. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man. Look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know, he just collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yes, you do. He hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forward between, you know, here and there. Bureau's the only way I know. Some of the folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came. Find the crystal, then turn around. Oh, navigating this place. Find the crystal and turn around. Pipe organ. Staircase. Projector. Bell. The tree. Field notes. I found the crystal and then we turned around. Do I have the card? I wanted to see where the doctor was, but I guess we can't. Oh, so at any point we can say we're gonna take a nap and Shannon will drive us to wherever we're going. For the story. No exploration though, I would assume. The bicycle. Hey Rajjay, how are you doing this fine Tuesday? Heather. Wheelbarrow. And the antlers. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Pretty much. Right? Random shit on this, probably 4-dimensional space, if not more. Hey, Wormhole, how are you doing this Tuesday? Funny enough, you're visiting family in Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't look like this. I mean, you haven't found Route 0 yet, have you? We got into Route 0 by going through a road that appeared through a barn when we tuned a TV the right way. Go back so soon, Hans. We talked to Clerk Chamberlain again. I'm afraid she left in a big hurry. Actually, something happened with your meeting. She seemed pretty interested in my cousin Weaver. Don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, headed back to the interstate. I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. do we get to the doctor? I don't. They never really. They haven't let me see the card. They handed me the card to a doctor that's supposed to say how to get there, and they did not let me read it. Tired after a busy day, but you're good. You're doing well. You're a will to do so. Yeah. You ever see me wearing glasses? Because my previous lighting kind of precluded the use of it, so I've changed my lighting enough, which plus one id, or if it's Fallout, you just get what was the one was charm and one was lucky glasses. So the LED chat commands are back. I have not set up colors yet, but it will take hex code and ARGB. Not ARGB, RGB. So if you want to make me ghost-like, you can flood the room with some more green. And then I start to fade out. So before my lighting kind of messed with the glasses enough that I couldn't do it. So this is all just kind of a test stream. I fade away. Oh, that's scary looking. Step backwards into the green light and fade away. So yeah, and hex codes work. I gotta set these up to channel point rewards, especially since I got like red alert and some other effects set up. But yeah, this lighting system seems to be working well enough. I got my previous lights, which are aluminum work light, clamp lights. So when I need to do something, I take them with me. Otherwise, they're here. I pointed them at the roof and at the wall instead, so I'm soft lit from the sides, and it seems to work pretty well. No brackets for hex codes. Oh, you turned them off. I'm surprised that the camera caught that and didn't fade the we didn't see the green screen for that turning off. Pretty good. Anyways, headed back to the interstate, I can process use. We don't know where the doctor is. Conway's leg is pretty messed up. Yeah, you got it full brightness here. I'm gonna turn blue a little. Oh, they are shimmering. So I previously was powering this with with input power for both ends. Because it's a 5-meter strip. I'm powering with one right now because I thought it would be fine, but they're shimmering a little, so they do need more power. Camera doesn't mind, so this is fine. What color was Wormhole trying to turn these? Ah, a cyan. Alright. And those will all work. They go for a minute. Oh! The green screen did not like the purple. That's fine. What if we give it a little bit of rainbow backing? No, it's not moving enough? The cloak, it looks kind of cool. Oh, nope. That did not work. What did I do? There you go. Really? Purple doesn't do it? I don't know why. Sign is Tiffany blue. Ah. I set back up red alert as well. Which I'm cloaked to do because it gives us a kind of fun little pulsing of rainbow behind me. But with it off, it's just red and green smears. All right, let's continue moving because and you guys can play with that. I'm gonna keep playing this game. We got a few more things to see down here. No, we're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lulu's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Well, of course here. This is a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory. Just before the river. If you continue north, you will be there shortly. Oh, I was doing a southern for her. That's fine. We've gone there. All right. Happy to health. Take a right just past the observatory. Southwest, past observatory, before the river. Oh, are we teleporting back to 65? Aqueous oils. This is the river. Just before or just after the observatory? Or right just past the observatory. So there's the observatory. We cannot visit the observatory. Dr. Truman's house? The neighborhood on the address of Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum still partially under construction. Museum. Is there a doctor here who can fix my leg? Strobes are not enabled, and also I set them all as LED. It only wants brackets for RGB. Hex it doesn't want it. I suppose I could figure out how to do that, but I've not really changed this program since I did the initial testing. Let's talk to the dog. Thomas! Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. Who the hell is Thomas? Okay, so LED drop tables. So if only there were any tables involved in making this cogswell. There's a couple of maps. No tables. Museum staff. What did he say? That doesn't seem weird. He say, oh, just small talk, you know, like you talk to your buddies or something. Like you talk to a dock worker. Just like, damn, it's a lot of rain. Seen this rain since that storm a couple years back that took out Lysette's herb garden. Just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere, but that's loyalty for you. Wait. They're saying that the two of us are so drunk that we were imagining this fourth dimensional road and our entire journey. And we're dragging the dog along. Well, they didn't stay long. Tape recorder stops playing. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in. They didn't see me. What were you doing up that late? What are they talking about? The men said his leg was hurting him, but they were looking for Dr. Truman, but he's already gone. They didn't know, so they kept looking around. Tape recorder stops playing. The fuck is happening? Umbrella? I have an umbrella button. Okay. Pink is Barbie pink. Ah. Glowing slightly red behind me. the green screen does eat a lot of the colors. It's hard to see between the camera and the green screen. So that's why when I first did this testing, it was without the green screen. This room is clean enough that I could just leave that bed like visible now. But I did fuck up the wall when we did the testing last time, and I never got around to fixing it. So the wall back there is like crumbling paint I need to fix. Lightly red is supposed to be brown. Not really. 33. So that's just 33 hex in red. It's essentially just triggering red. There's no other LED involved, so I guess it's kind of brown just by lack of saturation. RGB doesn't quite, like RGB LEDs don't really quite work that perfectly in that sense. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know, how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. Definitely weren't from the power company. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were, really. With that storm going on, I know they have to do their business. Doesn't affect me. I've got my generator. But you know, some of those folks around here, unprepared. Totally unprepared. What? So we just got the information that Dr. Truman's already left for the night. We parked the truck on a hill in the rain? That seems like a bad idea. Can we leave? I don't think we can leave. Get any closer to the door. Okay. Oh, perspective change. Where are we going? Birdcage. Google copyrighted colors. Such thing as brown. Just darker shade of orange. I know those give cool hexes. Ah. We're gonna trigger the museum things, aren't we? Alright. We gotta get some real chickens in that coop. Some homestead. None of those folks know how to live off the land, you know what I mean. Just to display another kind of dwelling. Yeah, no offense to you guys, I mean. I appreciate what you've all done for us. Tape recorder stops playing. I think you need to get some... Oh, I think you need to get some real horses in the stable. Did the strangers go in the stable? No, they just poked around a bit, talked about barns. They're pretty bored. Okay. Can I trigger the doghouse one? E. Oh. What was that flash? That dog was in nearly as bad a shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit. That seemed to cheer him up a bit. Treats? I didn't get no treats. So is one of these houses going to be Dr. Thomas? I was playing in that empty cabin when they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell them. Where did he go? It's a secret. Ezra told me, and I can't tell anyone else. Who's Ezra? He's my age. He doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother Julian. First, they're going to help us. But I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of secrets. The lady asked me about my parents, and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. Do you want to hear a weird story? Ah, of course I do. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew. He wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there. So he went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. What did he find in the cabin? Went upstairs. He also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. Oh, what is happening? What did he do upstairs? He looked in some boxes. He looked out the window. He could see the museum better than we. When he was downstairs, he could tell how it was all put together, and the cabin too. He could see the shapes of it better from above. What? Now that part is weird. He said he went into the basement. The cabin didn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in the closet. That he found a secret door in the staircase in the closet. He found a giant rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed down. He was surrounded by giant aphids. What? It was so long his arms got tired. He fell into the dark. The walls were covered in a glowing moss. Hey, Durlock. How are you doing this fine Tuesday? And thank you. I've not worn these glasses in some time. I do like them. Just, they didn't work the way I had my lighting set up before. Now there's a little bit of glare, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. Yeah, you should be able to see my eyes fine. Use the light of the moss to find a lake at the bottom of the pit. Water swept him until he didn't know where he was, and finally he fell asleep in the water. He was a good swimmer, so he found his way back to the cabin. So then he came back out of the cabin, and we said goodbye. I didn't talk to him anymore. Oh, okay. Oh, who the hell is the child? Who's that? Is that Weaver? Who's this? He was not here before. Hey, there's a child. Hello, child. Let me push you into this corner. No? Okay. Yeah, they're blue filter glasses. These are some old Gunnars from, I want to say like 2010, like when Gunnars was just getting started and blue filter glasses were just getting around. I remember Scott Johnson being big on these. Sadie. Oh, I don't have a voice for Sadie. The moment I recalled now most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well. Examined the bird cage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran one fingernail along the bars of the wide cage, marking out a tuneless scale like a child's xylophone. Then they moved on. Yeah. Oh, there's a person. Or is it a piece of cardboard? No, it looks like they're moving. They're looking at us. Sure, I talked to them for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy. I was happy for the company. Can't sleep in a storm like that. Never could. You see how they got in? Came right in the front door. It wasn't even locked. Your security here is kind of shitty. I wasn't gonna say, but it's a work in progress. What did you want to talk about? I had a bottle in my coat. I could see the old guy looking at it. His leg was hurt pretty bad, so I offered him some. Got real awkward about it. I bet he's in a program. Anyways, they were talking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit, and then he left. So that's what I told him. We're just not going to talk to any of these people. We're going to look at exhibits that will tell us what was up. Can't go any farther north. We still can't pet Blue, which is annoying. Alright, well, we're here, so I guess we'll go in. No, that says go up. What's on the other side? More exhibits or another house? And someone came out of the house. Hi. Well, do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. I heard him working in his boat just a little bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait and the young woman with him. I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit. What's the young woman like? She was very sharp and mechanically minded. She talked a bit about the construction of my house. She was worried for her friend. This is like a pontoon house? It's got a lot of barrels underneath it. You know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had even ever seen an ocean, in fact. It had always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like the last one. Okay. So are there people living in this museum? Is this a museum of houses with occupants? They were holding up the empty tent you folks have on display. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Okay. Please, Gabe. I guess must have gone through some papers here. Left out on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diana's such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Was anything missing? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site. I guess they had a list of all the homes we've relocated here. A list of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I guess they were looking for one of the old residents. Pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer. Folks who moved somewhere else, but they filed that back out. They filed that back out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for here. While I have you, work's kind of slowed down, and it seems like I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Is this a museum of like living people? Yeah, I get that. Just how about that roof, huh? You write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got the museum thing going, but you don't want to be slumlords now. So they built a museum. They moved a bunch of actual occupied homes into it. What in the world is this place? All right, well, go around this way. Go to this camping trailer. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window. We had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but you know, shady characters. They seem suspicious. I already told you, weirdos. Walking around door to door asking about Dr. Truman. This late at night, I told them what I knew. But in this weather, you know about Dr. Truman. I told him he moved in here with the rest of us when you folks bought up the neighborhood. Then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. This game is a walking novel. I guess so. It certainly is a strange mystery. Almost surreal. I heard them banging around. Like, this section is particularly weird because we're listening to recordings of discussions that our characters had with people in this museum at this location that we are not privy to, that had to have happened while we're listening to these conversations that are recorded. It is being very weird in this act, in this chapter of this act. What was Fred's voice? I don't remember. I heard them banging around out there and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they were wanting. I just put on my headphones and tried to ignore them. Tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Alright. What the fuck is this house? Oh, this is a bunker. This is like someone else's basement that they've cut out and brought up. Okay. Well, it seems that way is locked. So thus far, we found Kentucky Route 0, which took us into what it appears to be some form of four-dimensional space. To find that, we went into an old mine in this area by the suggestion of Shannon's cousin. Shannon's the young woman following the old man around. The old man is Conway. Shannon's cousin acts like a ghost and pops in and out, seemingly. Name? Oh, we're waiting for dog. Blue, we're waiting for Blue. And we'd gone into a mine that had suffered an accident in this neighborhood or this area in Kentucky. And if you turned off the lights in the mine, you saw the silhouettes of tons of people who probably died inside the mine. We're on the roof? This seems like a bad idea. Oh my gosh, there's someone on the roof. Oh, this gotta be an older lady, right? Wouldn't come in, just rushed around. You could tell they were warm. It was late at night, there's a giant fucking bird. And it was late at night, but they just rushing around. Well, there was some urgency in the older man's injury, so it's understandable. How was he injured? His leg is twisted or something. He held it while he walked and made the painful little sounds in his throat. There's a giant bird with a giant cage. Oh, how? I don't know. I didn't ask. It would have been rude, I think. Well, I just don't know. Suppose we never will. Giant bird is back. Bird's got things to do. Ain't no time for this raid. I heard Charles from downstairs. The old man had stumbled in the rain. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in getting involved. Conway's leg was hurt in the mine that we were in. And if you turned off, is the rain super loud? The bird is still going while this is going. It's still peaking my meters. Now it's not peaking any meter. So I don't quite hear the same volume that the stream is getting, because I'm playing games now in 7.1. I've got 7.1 surround sound working in this room again, but that was breaking certain Twitch apps. So I know Cogswell had problems with 7.1 sound on something, Apple TV, I think. I didn't see or hear a thing all night. I was in the back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in, and each one of these has got to be individually labeled, you know? But I heard from some of the other neighbors that they weren't up to any harm, just passing through. Okay. That giant bird is just real busy. Man, Ezra, just standing in the rain. Hey Ezra, I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? Doesn't belong to me, I just drive it. We got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah, with a truck you've got to keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use a truck, we just carry the houses. Where do you take the houses? Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night. Then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Why do you take them to the forest? This museum's an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. Or when they do, it gives them nightmares, so we gotta take them out to the forest to sleep and then bring them back in the morning. And Dr. Truman's in the forest already. Oh, that was, Shannon. Dr. Truman's in the forest already. Yes, ma'am, he's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. Your family out in the forest? Oh, no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while, but anyway, we have a job to do now. Taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. Maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? You have to follow the Green River Road out east, and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We're just about to go anyways. I've just got to call him over. Oh, it's the bird. Julian's the bird. Hello, giant bird. Ah! Get snatched. 7.1 is nice when a game supports it. Green River. Oh, I do have control of the bird. To follow the Green River way out east? Okay, well this is north, so we're going the wrong direction. Oh, we have a compass now. There was no compass previously in any of my previous sections of this game, thus my inability to tell what direction I was going to, just assuming it was north, was up. The flayed hull of a country home smolders in the night. Parts of the property are obscured by smoke. Well, that's fucking weird. Oh, we can't land there. Guess that's not the forest. Keep following the Green River. Green River? Green River. Church. What's the church look like? Country church with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Behind the church are several dusty metal trash cans, all closed. This is Nyland River. Still following Green River. Is this a lake? No. Small figure. Tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road, carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He's followed closely by a smaller shape. A dog. Looks tired. Oh, we've met that man. He's walked a long distance from where we last saw him. There's the mine. From above, the huge swaying tipple looks like a small wooden lattice framing the edge of the mine entrance. We got a giant bird. Green River. Or the lake. Is this a lake? Lake. I guess it is. Shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, and trudges slackly out of view. Oh. If we get to the lake, we're too far, right? And hop over lake. Okay, we gotta go to the other side of the lake. So this bird can carry whole houses, but also the construction company moved a bunch of houses into a museum and are currently slumlords. Green River Lake. End of the line. Ain't here. It's closer to the lake. How do you have 28.5k? Oh, this seems fine to me. You can spend them. I gotta make a big dump option. Flips of Latinum, so it'll be I'll make it so you can buy your way into the divine treasury. The afterlife of the Ferengis. I gotta make it. I've been trying to figure out how to do like credits, a credit roll with both automatic and manual fields. Swamp. Bunch of lakes and a swamp. We're suddenly in Ontario. From a distance over the air, it first looks like a swamp. Vines have grown over the street lamps. Flower bushes obscure the streets. A few of the houses have slipped partially into the ground. Foundations cracked by underground roots. Is Lake Cumberland? Where's Lake Cumberland? Cumberland River. Lake Cumberland. Hop over Lake Cumberland. Hey, there's a forest. Yo, this is a far piece, bird. You take houses this far? You're doing it pretty fast, too. Act 2, Scene 5. The heck was Scene 3? Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I? I'm a kid with a dog? Dog that looks rather like Blue. Benton sings My Long Journey Home. Oh, hey, Giant Eagle. Shit. I didn't realize Kansas was, Middle Earth. Thought that was New Zealand. Two big dumps being pick a game for a future stream, and a really big one being force you to play E.T. the video game. I mean, you could suggest. You know what? You know what I have? I have a Discord that no one's in. You want to use your sub emotes in Discord, you can join the Discord. But also, there's an entire channel for giving me games. I believe Durlock, if you're still here, I now have a copy of Sam & Max, so that's coming up probably next month. I'm aware you're in the Discord, but for everyone else, so there is a suggestion channel that I will definitely pay attention to. Although I guess I don't really rush to it, so maybe it could be an option for rushing to a request. This music loop? Let's start walking. You're in the Taco Bell. Shannon, okay, just take it easy. Just close my eyes. I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg for a minute, then we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? My job. It's my last delivery. Oh, you're retiring or something? Or... sorry. Nice, that's closing up the shop. That's, damn. Yeah, we're in an area of Texas, not Texas, of Kansas that seems to be undergoing some very rough times. All the houses are closing down. In the first act, we found an abandoned power company building, because I guess the power company is half shut down as well. And we wandered into the dark building and found the closed door with some light leaking through it, and we opened it up, and there was a dozen men and women sitting around a fire, burning office equipment, and drinking coffee. It's like, okay, all right. This is the state of this area of Kansas. Why do I keep getting random states in my mind? Of Kentucky. The game is Kentucky Route Zero. Kentucky. Or Middle Earth. There's a giant eagle. The combination of Discord and Taco Bell. You did get me to play Dust here, yes. Again, no rush though, right? You requested it, and it was like 6 months later. I was like, alright, we're playing Dust now. I mean, I do have a list of games that are shortlisted until August. So that's kind of why things get pushed off and then we don't see them again. For a while. I still have to play Jotlin at some point. The first game by Thunderful Games, the makers of Sundered and Spiritfarer. I also may have 10 more Humble Bundle. There's a Humble Bundle, not Humble Bundle. Humble Games, the game publishing side of the Humble Bundle company, I guess. Theme sale for that. I now may have 10 Humble Game published games to play on stream. We'll get to those eventually. How'd you come to be with these people? What do you like to do? Chase rabbits? Just lay around? Well, I bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. Julian, too. He sleeps all day. So it's a child in a suit, by the way. The child's in a suit with a tie. Okay. Okay. Hello, sir. Oh, you're playing the banjo here? Could be a guitar. Oh, hello. How did you get in front of us, Conway? Okay. We're passing by the same people repeatedly. This is fine. And we're playing at the child now. The storytelling styles in this game are very interesting. Kentucky was kind of weird when you drove through that state once. Fair enough. Shouldn't be much farther now. I think we can see where the settlement ends over there. There's some fine looking trees. This forest is full of shadows. The moonlight helps. Closer to the cities, you won't get moonlight like this. Guess it all gets washed out. Light pollution, you know? Guess it's still there, you just can't see it. How are you feeling? As someone who lives very close to an airport and has a sizable, well, not, it's an 8-inch telescope. But as someone who would like to look at the stars and lives near an airport, yeah, light pollution is a fucking problem. I'm just thinking about getting back to work. How are you feeling? Rest. We're almost there. Dr. Truman will have a nice couch or something you can rest on, and some medicine or something. I don't know. Oh, we talked to Blue again. Hi, Blue. Have you ever been in here in the winter? Have you ever been over the lake? I went there once with my folks. We had some burgers. It was pretty great. Alright. Oh, there's a tent that appears and disappears depending on the tree we've walked past. Oops. This game has stopped locking my mouse to it. That's good to know. Banjo Man is still there. The houses are and aren't here. Conway? Is there any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? Just Lysette's family, I guess. Oh yeah? Husband? Bunch of kids? Her husband Ira and I were friends. Well, I guess it's just me and her now. Oh, well, two is still a family, right? I guess I was always closest with Weaver, as close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. Never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, You're a good listener. Oh, we talked to the dog again. Always talk to Blue. I guess we're gonna stare at this tree. Bet you come from a big family of dogs. Yeah, dogs have big families. Like that. You're always surrounded by family. Sounds nice. So, her family disappeared. He has no family, and the only family he's known has passed as he's gotten older. Dog is old. This kid's family is missing. Well, you like UP of Michigan? Yeah, 60 minutes north, no light pollution unless some asshat didn't turn off their headlights. Good to see northern lights. Yeah, there's a light preserve that's about 3 hours from here. 3.5. You have to go around a couple of lakes. That is very good for getting some nice views of the planets. And if I was to take this telescope there and use long exposure, you can actually image as much as one can some nearby nebula or some brighter nebula. You lie? People got some pretty good shots with this telescope. You usually have to do stuff. You have to aim for like gaps in clouds and stuff, and then do exposures and hope the clouds aren't booking it. I want to know why in Mississippi and Kentucky you always find dogs by the name of Old Blue. That's a good question. But Old Blue's a good dog. Aren't you a good dog girl? We haven't been allowed to pet her though. And he's inside with Dr. Truman. Where have you been? We lost sight of you for a minute. Sure, I'll come on in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV, so... My folks never watch TV, but I like it. I like the way it looks. You said you lost track of your family earlier. I like the way it looks. I fix TVs, you know. You lost track of your family earlier. Yep, it's easy to get lost, especially out here in the woods like this. Never really get lost, though. I just look out for Julian. He's always around. My folks had a really nice home, bigger than any of these houses. But it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I couldn't ever get to sleep. So I went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far and we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. I'll help you look for them. Yeah, okay, maybe we can all go look together later tonight. Let's see what's on TV. Who was a college mascot of some sort? Maybe? I have no idea. What's up, Dr. Truman? We're hearing wind in the trees. I ain't hearing shit. Dr. Truman! And, yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how bad they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. You know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother, my best friend in high school destroyed his wrist building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of neuropinol, phenol. Not so bad. TM, of course. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? It was like something grabbed my leg in the dark. Grabbed like an animal or a piece of machinery? That could be ugly. I've seen some joints twisted right out of... never mind. Let's start the examination. The Bed Quit Ramblers play My Long Journey Home on TV. Let's turn the music back or the sound back up now that the rain is gone and isn't deafening us. What are they singing about? Thinking about hard times, given that this area is suffering. Hard sometimes, but things have a way of working out. Maybe you can just stay lost in the dark. Maybe you'll be okay with that eventually. It's hard sometimes, but things have a way of working out. Dr. Truman's gonna help your friend. He'll be okay. Alright. Kid, your suit's gone. But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called neuropinol. TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation that's a neuropinol TM takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, a 4, a 3, 2, 1. Wind in the trees intensifies. It is now blowing out the audio. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The rain is back. No, wait. Oh, right. Yeah, it got my attention. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue. So it's a bit complex now. He said it seemed like the place was a world of shadows, and now we're in a world of shadows. Whether he's in Twilight from the anesthetic, or we're actually in a world of shadows. What's happening? Thank you for the raid call submission. Everyone can go and vote on our raid call, which we're about to use because the end of Act 2. And let's go say hi to Mike before. I don't think we can raid Mike, actually. You know what? Let's raid Mike, or is it still disabled? Channel has disabled raids. We could do a classic style raid and just roll in and say hi. Yeah, he doesn't accept raids anymore. Man, the game is weird. Yes, it is. we finished the second act. We've done so we got 2 more acts to go. Apparently, the act names are The Entertainment, Here and There Along the Road, and Un Publio de Nada. Publio? It's fine. And we can't even read the name of the first act anymore. Apparently, that's just gone. By the way, this screen that's rotating, there are hands. Can't see my cursor. I didn't realize that, but there are hands on the sides of what is a sheet that is rotating it. Except that this appears to be out rotating the sheet that's being rotated. The game has very interesting storytelling, and it certainly is weird enough to have me interested in what is actually happening. As I want to get down to an even amount. Thank you for the bits, Wormhole. Chairs. Oh yeah, we'll do a... Yeah, I think we'll do a classic, like, we'll just go on over and say hi to Mike, right? I don't want to start